Tag, Jungs. In this video, I'm going to go through how we form the future tense in German. And it's going to start off pretty easy, and then by the end, you'll be translating some future tense sentences from English into German. And that's going to use quite a lot of other bits and pieces of grammar that we've done. So it is going to be quite a long video. Just make sure that you're writing this stuff down into your book as you go. So far this year, we've looked at two tenses in German. The first tense that we've done over and over is we've done the present tense, and then we've done the perfect tense. And the perfect tense is the one where we've got things like ich habe blah 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 gekauft, right? So the perfect tense has got two bits to it. Well, it's got the three bits because it's got the ich word, right, telling us who's doing the action, and then it's got either a haben or a sein word, and then it's got this one here. And so the names for those are that we call this the auxiliary verb, right? And this is the haben or the sein part, and this is called the past participle. And the past participle is one of those things where we really have to learn it when we learn the verb, because there are quite a lot of times where it goes funny. Okay, so the one I've used here for kaufen is one where it's really, really regular, right? We've got g, and then we've whacked a t on the end. So the future tense is a wee bit easier because we really just have to learn one verb that is irregular but not that hard. So werden means to become, but it's used in the future tense for what we say in English as will. So I will buy, ich werde kaufen. I will go, ich werde gehen. So we have to learn all of the bits of this, and then the bit at the end is just the easiest bit. It's the infinitive, the to word. So let's first of all just whiz through how we are going to form werden. And you will have seen this in German that we've read already. So this should feel reasonably familiar. Ich werde, du wirst, es oder sie wird, wir werden, ihr werdet, sie werden, and sie werden. And you have to know that, right? So this is one of those verbs that you just have to learn. But by now the patterns should be getting pretty familiar. Look at where it goes strange. It is completely normal for the ich and for the for the wir and for the ihr and the sie and the sie. Where we get a vowel change is, as usual, with du and with es or sie. Okay, and it goes really quite strange here because we have a D here on the end. So that needs to be in your book, and that's something that you just need to memorize as soon as you can so that you can really easily form the future tense. So once we've got that down, then we're going to have two parts for future tense verbs. So on this slide, I want you to do this into your book. Just put in the right part of werden. So I will buy potatoes. Ich werde Kartoffeln kaufen. You will buy carrots. You can tell that I'm about to go to the supermarket, right? Du wirst Kartoffeln kaufen. The dog will buy lettuce. Der Hund wird Salat kaufen. We will buy potatoes. Wir werden Kartoffeln kaufen. You will buy carrots. You, plural, familiar. Ihr werdet Kartoffeln kaufen, and the animals will buy lettuce. Die Tiere werden Salat kaufen. And I guess I could have had another one, which is polite you. Sie werden, oh, I don't know, let's go back to potatoes. Bananen, something. So there you go. So that's the basics of how we form the future tense. The next slide has got a little bit more practice. And just one more thing, which is that we don't always need to use werden, right? So we can often get away without it. And that's the same as in English. Tomorrow I'm playing football. We haven't said tomorrow I will play football. And in German, we also can just use the present tense here. Morgen spiele ich Fußball. That's fine, right? Next week, we are flying to Berlin. Nächste Woche fliegen wir nach Berlin. But I could say this with the future tense, like this. Morgen werde ich Fußball spielen? Or nächste Woche werden wir nach Berlin fliegen. And there'll be times where you want to use werden and times where you don't. Practically speaking, guys, for your NCEA Level 1 next year, we want you to be able to show that you can use a range of German expressions, so it is well worth getting this lovely, easy future tense figured out now in Year 10. Okay, your turn to do some practice. The first three here are ones where we've nearly got it done for us, where it's already got the German bit. So he wants to buy a car. Peter, sorry, not he wants to buy a car, he will buy a car. Peter will go to Germany. I will go to the movies at 8 o'clock. So those three first, just putting those into the future tense. So pause the video and have a go at those. So the first one will be, wird ein Auto kaufen. The second one, also going to be wird. Peter wird nach Deutschland fahren. Right, so notice that we've got this, and then at the end we've got the infinitive. So we've got the part from werden, and then we've got the infinitive here. And the last one here, we just have to watch which of to the movies or at 8 o'clock goes first. Remember that we always do time, manner, place. So here we're going to have ich werde, and then I'll put 8 or really 20 Uhr, right, 8 o'clock in the evening, ins Kino gehen. Okay, so that's the first three done. Now I'm quickly going to go through these next ones. I'm not expecting all of you to get these perfect because there are some other little grammar points that we're going to have coming up in here. So just let me know how you get on. So next year, we'll go to Austria. So using the future tense. So nächstes Jahr, we will go. Werden wir. All right, so this is second in the sentence. Nächstes Jahr werden wir to Austria. Nach, because we're talking about going to a country. Nach Österreich. And then the verb will be fahren, not gehen, right? Because it's far away and we're going to be going in some kind of vehicle, probably an airplane. You will do lots of work next week. So again, I'm going to start by getting that time expression out of the way here. Nächste Woche, you will do, right? I'll use du, wirst du. I can either say viel, I'll just put viel arbeiten. Nächste Woche wirst du viel arbeiten. At the weekend, we will go to the park. Right? At the weekend, am Wochenende, we will, werden wir zum Park gehen. Right? Remember, we learned all of these words for places around town in our topic last term. Number 4, on Sunday, I'll go to the football stadium with my sister. So here, we're going to do the with my sister before I do the place. And this is the time word, right? So we'll put the time thing at the front, get it out of the way. Am Sonntag werde ich, I will, werde ich mit meiner Schwester zum Fußballstadion gehen. Right, so one thing to notice here, sorry guys if you're having trouble reading that, let's write that a bit better, is that I've got mit, which is a preposition that takes the dative case, and I've got Schwester, which is a feminine noun. So the feminine word for the, when I've got the dative case, is der, and you'll notice that here we've got my, which is mine, so it becomes meine Schwester. Right? Not expecting all of you to be getting that correct at this stage. If you did get that ending right, that's really, really well done, because we haven't covered that very thoroughly yet. Okay, Thomas will drink a bottle of water. Thomas wird eine Flasche Wasser trinken. 2 left. Number 6, will you stay at home? Now I'll do something. I've used do already. I'm going to use ihr here. So maybe I'm asking my kids. So werdet ihr zu Hause bleiben? And number 7, they will work in New Zealand. So sie werden in Neuseeland arbeiten. So there you go. So well done if you've got most of those right. Make sure that you've got some good notes on this in your book, because it is a really nice, easy grammar point to get on top of this year while we're in year 10. And when we start working on writing portfolios, it's something that really lets you show that you're starting to build a good knowledge of German.